two competitors tonight. Round 7 of the championship here around Sonoma Raceway. So I just missed the start there, but we got Dylan leading, Mitch close in behind, Tim, he's following, he's right there having a sniff, Greg, Chris, Luke and Jimmy. So we'll see what fun and games, see what test. It's better now. That's right. Righto, sorry about that. Should be a bit better now. So Dylan's got mirrors full of Mitch Hamilton, who by rights should really be in Tier 1, but here he is having a crack. See what he can do up here, coming into the first set of corners. Uphill through here, so just wind the speed down going up the hill and just doing those different lines, having a look. Test. Right, so nothing doing here yet for the lead. Just tucking in behind him, watching his lines, seeing where he's stronger. Just pulling away from Tim in second there, and then there's a 6-second gap to Chris in fourth, and he's got Luke and Jimmy right behind him. Looks like they're having a bit of a battle, but stay focused on the lead here. Very fast and flowing track here. There's not many hard braking zones that you can send one up the inside, but if there's ever a place that it'll be done, it will be here. So looks like Jimmy's had a wee spin there. There he goes. Six minutes left, 4 maybe 5 laps, so it's plenty of time, just be patient. Oh, we mistake there, we couldn't quite get up the inside, but time will tell. I've just had insider info that Mitchell has changed his car for tonight, so don't know what the deal is here, but I don't think he was a fan of the Hyundai by the sounds of it. There you go, there it is. The Renault looks cooler, so that's the consensus. It's not a bad car actually. I drive the Renault. They're all the same though. There's no advantage either way. Driving some nice lines there, Mitch. He's all over the back of him. Look, just make him aware he's there. Just get, if you can get that guy ahead of you to second guess, quite often you'll get a mistake. You can see here Mitch has got an almighty run coming on the start finish straight. There's not really anywhere you can go here because you come in so hot. few creative lines on the way. Nice, Tim following suit. Just gets unsettled on the inside there, so he's really trying to find a way through. Dylan's doing a good job here, just keeping his head, eyes forward, and do your own race. It's nice and sunny out there at the moment. I don't know if we're in for any rain tonight, Mr. Rowley, or or a magical change of grip on the track. You never know down here what can happen. Righto, 2 laps left. Tim Horn just set the fastest lap of the race. He's charging hard for these two, so he'll be hoping they keep fighting. And Dylan's just pulled out a wee gap there. He's starting to find his rhythm. So it's Dylan, Mitch, Tim, and then we've got 10.5 seconds back to Luke McIver, and 10 back to Jimmy, and Greg and Chris. Just trying to go wide and cut in narrow. It's very easy to pinch a brake when you're doing that. Just over rotate the wheel on the brakes. It sends you out wide. Pretty tidy here from Dylan in the second half. He's got his head down. Righto, double fastest laps, 142 9s and 8s, one after the other, so they're both on the limit here, giving it everything, which is good to see. So it's looking pretty good for Dylan here. 5 or 6 corners left. He's about to tick over to 0 here. And just a wee mistake from Mitchell there has given Dylan all the breathing room he needs. So he's just going to bring it home now. So it's all come up rosy for Dylan. He's about to cross the line, take checkered flag in race 1, maximum points. Good job from Mitch too, and Tim following in third. And in a moment we have the rest, Luke, Jimmy, Greg and Chris. Pretty clean race from everyone there, pretty uneventful, which as a racer it's what you want, but not really as a spectator, but you get that sometimes. Using my breath. Righto, reverse grid, race 2. So Dylan and Mitch will be at the back. Got Chris and Greg at the front, so I'll be hoping for a good start. As the lights come up, 4 lights, 5. Pretty good start from everyone there. Tim looked like he had a bit of a jump, but he's had to settle back in. Nice and easy on the cold tyres, cold brakes. It's pretty easy to go out there and get into qualifying mode, and off you go into the barrier. Oh, we're going 2 wide, 3 wide. Oh, it's turned to custard. Who's that? Luke McIver. I think he was a bit unlucky there, but grass isn't the track, so we'll leave that up for Billy to decide. Right, so Chris leads Jimmy Carroll, Greg Worthington, Mitch Hamilton 4th, and he's got Dylan for company, having a wee look. Carry that battle on, but from the last race, but in reverse, so Mitchell will be loving that. And he's got the switchback there, wee mistake from Greg. Has Mitchell looking all over him. There's nowhere to go around there though, you get in trouble. Oh, he's hung it though, what a mighty move. Yeah, he did that, but Dylan's going to follow him through on the inside there. It's very important for Dylan to stick on the back of Mitchell here. Hopefully go to the front and then duke it out themselves. Jimmy Carroll's got a mirror full of Mitch Hamilton there, so 1 eye forward, 1 eye backwards. Run, where does he send it? Make him defend to the left or the right? Oh, and Chris Little runs wide. Right, so let's let Jimmy and Mitch through. Dylan's having a look too. Might be a bit awkward through here. We touch and Dylan settles back in behind there. Right, so Mitch needs to pin his ears back. Get that clear air while he can. So he's got a wee run here. Just fake to the outside, make him think about it. And a good send from Dylan there, very clean. Park it on the apex. Leave just enough room on the outside. And through he goes. Right, so it's important for Mitchell now. He's got the run. he's just pinched the brake. Too much angle on turning, pitched the brake. It's given Mitchell. There's not too many places you can sneak a move here. Oh, bit cheeky, wee tap. Very hard to get on the brakes down here. You kind of, if you're braking over the rise, you lose it all. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone does over the course of the night, how they navigate that turn. Mitchell hasn't capitalised. Dylan is right on him now. He can smell blood. Halfway through, 5 minutes out of 10 done. Jimmy Carroll is still in the lead, but he has got monstrous pressure coming from Mitch and Dylan, the top two in the last race. Tim not far behind, so he's got through the pack pretty good too. Fastest lap, Tim Horn. So he's on a charge. He's not letting Dylan get away. You can see Mitchell's just got all the speed in the world through here, but as long as Jimmy keeps the car where he needs to, Mitch can't do anything about it. But this is probably his chance here. He's got to send it. Oh, that's pretty clean, not too bad. What's Jimmy got in return? Move done. So Mitch, Jimmy, Dylan, Tim, Luke, Chris and Greg are our 7. So what's Dylan got up his sleeve here? 3 minutes left, so 2 laps, pretty crucial. If he wants to get Mitchell, he's got to go now. Sort of a half defense from Jimmy there. Dylan thinks about it, but pulls it up. Just kind of keeps the car on the apex there, but puts him in an awkward position for the last turn. And uniform again over the line. Mitch Hamilton stretching his legs, 1:42.1, so not a bad time there in racetrack. Jimmy's gone wide. Let's just let Dylan through. So Dylan will be sending him a thank you note in the mail. And off he goes. Tim's going to have a look too. Can he get the brakes? Oh, he fed that in very nicely actually. That was very tidy. Tim was a race winner last week in Tier 1 and now he's decided to make an appearance in Tier 2 tonight, so I don't know how you feel about his results, but I'm sure he's having fun nonetheless. 1 second between each of the top 3 and 1 lap to go. Oh, fastest lap Dylan 1:42.0, so he took 3/4 of a tenth off Mitchell's time. Just letting him know he's coming, but Mitchell will be watching that clock. He'll know exactly what he needs to do. It's looking good for Mitchell here. He's just kept that gap. It's come down a little bit, but he's keeping his head, keeping it sensible. You can see Dylan's ragging the thing out, trying to catch, but it's running out of time. Good race all round from Tier 2. It's good to see these guys get some seat time under their belt and watch their progress. So good to see. So Mitchell comes across the line. That's one for Mitchell, one for Dylan. And Dylan, Tim, Jimmy, Luke, Chris, and Greg Worthington bringing up the rear. So we'll have the Tier 1s qualifying next, and 2 races for them. And then we'll do a Teams Enduro after that. So be good fun.
Welcome back as we head into qualifying now for Tier 1 at Sonoma Racetrack, full circuit. Billy Manson leading the way. Still 2.5 minutes to go in qualifying. Keep an eye out for Ben Gormack, another one of the fast guys. Braden Carroll to set some times. Track to pass on, so qualifying is key tonight. Billy just locking up a wheel, running it wide, missing the drag strip in the centre. Now they come downhill through the S's. Over the ripple strips, get the car turned in. Billy with the purple sector 1. Green sector 2, so someone's gone faster in the middle sector. Dallas Redhead fastest in the middle sector, so see what happens as they come across the line. Billy with a 144. Dallas Red, he goes second with a 44.9, so 0.9 off. Good time, Ben Gormack, 44.2. Starting on the second row, they'll get another lap. Braden Carroll and Bigger Gabberty still yet to set a time. And time running out, they'll be on their last lap this time. Someone running wide there. That was Blair Gabberty's. Easy to drop a wheel and lose your time for the lap. As we go on with Ben Gormack in the Hyundai. I think Braden Carroll's got a lap on him. Looking over at his sim and it's 2.3 down. So we'll see what happens as they come around for the last time. Qualifying all over and done now. See what Billy can do coming into the final sector. Wheel runs it, locks the wheel, runs it a bit wide, gets it turned in. See if he can improve. Will Ben Gormack set a faster time? Doesn't improve. Scott Kinder with a 43. Dallas Redhead with a 43. Ben Gormack with a 434. That's bit of a shake up there. As we have some lights. And we're away. Ben Gormack on pulse. Got Kinder second. All back on cold tyres. We'll see who will make a mistake on the opening lap. Pretty tidy. Oh, we got a couple sideways. Billy making hay while the sun shines. Puts it up into second, but he'll have some pressure going into turn 2 by Scott Kinder. Oh, and there's a car spinning in the back. Scott Kinder, for all that work, starting on the front row. Pulling out to a second lead over Billy. So wheels are locking up into this corner. Easy to run wide. drop over the white lines and lose your time. All pretty status quo now as they start heading through the S's in the back half of the lap. Blair Gabbity's a bit taily in the Renault there. Dallas Redhead looking to try and make a move on Brandon Carroll. The computer's crashed, but he's out of it. So, Billy's car dropping out there, that's why he's dropped out of the race. So he's left. So that gives quite a big advantage now to Blair Gormack. Bit of pressure by Nicholas McPherson on Blair Gabbity's. Have a look at the inside through here. Quite easy to lock a wheel and run wide as Blair Gabbity's does, but he'll be able to pull it back in and lose quite a bit of time. So Nicholas is going to have a look up the inside through this corner. See what they can do. Try and force him to A as Blair Gabbity's runs wide again, but he'll manage to save it. Good battle there. While these two battle, Ben Gormack pulls out 2.5 second lead. Trying to get up the inside of Blair Gabbity's. Braden Carroll there to pick up the pieces if anything happens, but Brandon Carroll, Nicholas McPherson gets a worse run out of that corner, might have to drive defensive into turn 1. Braden Carroll hanging around the back, ready to pick up the pieces if anything goes down. Bit of corner cutting through there. Everyone trying to find the limit. Gormack with a 3.8 second lead now. 10-minute race tonight. 2 10-minute races, and then we'll go into a Enduro. Nicholas McPherson goes through. Blair Gabbity's down, back down to 3rd. Braden Carroll right behind him. Dallas Redhead back in 5th with Scott Kinder in 6th. Close wee battle between these guys. So everyone wants to make a move to the final corner. Really want to get the car stopped and up to the inside. Oh, Blair Gabbity's locks the rears, hits the back. He's going to lose a spot out of it maybe. Inviting Braden Carroll. They'll go too wide onto the front straight. Nicholas McPherson got away with it, I think. With the pressure from behind. 4 minutes 24 remaining. Gabbity's looking racy. See if he can get back up to the inside. Brandon Carroll running wide. Everyone just trying to find that little bit, quite a hard track to pass on. See if anyone wants to be brave and go up the inside over the next brow. Brandon Carroll will do it. He pulls out of it though, thinks better of it. Oh, Nicholas McPherson goes wide. We'll lose a number of spots as he goes back from second back down to fifth. Carroll having a couple of looks in the back of Blair Gabbardys. Lead kind of squashed a bit, so he might be just playing it conservative as these two battle away. You can see him in the distance there as he goes around the final corner. These two pushing very hard. There's a couple of different lines taken by those two. House ready now. Coming up behind them. We go on board with Braden Carroll. Gets a bit of a run through turn one. You want to get it tight to the apex of this corner, run it over that, get it car turned, get a better run through this corner. Might get a bit of a look down the inside. Obviously too far back at the moment to look at making a move. Putting the pressure on him. There'll be another lap after this. Still 2 minutes 20 left to go. A couple of alternative lines. The Gabby's running it out wide. Still gains it like car length or two out of that corner, so and these guys are slowly pulling in. Ben Cormack, oh, Blair Gabbardys runs wide. So does Brendan Carroll. Invites Dallas Redhead to have a look up the inside. Pretty single file through this part of the track. Gabbardy's pulling out a wee bit of a lead. And Brandon Carroll now. Ben Cormack the fastest lap of the race with 42.0. 1 lap left in it now. 3 second lead. He'll cruise home from there. Blair Gabbardy's also pulling out a bit of a lead over Brendan Carroll. Tyres going off this late in the race. Scott Kinder looking at every line, trying to make it work, trying to catch up to these guys, but he'll run wide and lose some ground. A look up the inside. Brendan Carroll, boxer ears. Lose a bit of time. Bit far away to have a go now into this next corner. As he runs wide, Brendan Carroll have a look up the inside. Looks like he might hold on to this. Hold on to second place as we go back on board with the leader Ben Cormack. We'll come round to take another win. Second will be Blair Gabbardys. Braden Carroll will be third. Scott Kinder, Dallas Redhead, Scott Kinder, Nicholas McPherson. Round it out. We go on board, first grid, Billy can get through the field. And Ben all back on cold tyres. We'll see who makes the first mistake up into turn 1. McPherson with the early lead, pulling out a bit of a gap. Billy going 3 wide through turn 1. Blair Gavity's a good start, making his way up into 3rd. Ben Gormack still in last place, so not getting the advantage he would want at the start of this race, but he showed he was fast in the first race. We'll see what he can do. Braden Carroll having a look up the inside. Scott Kinder make the move happen. Ben Gormack looks to follow him through, but the door gets shut. Nicholas McPherson still out. Good lead as Blair Gavity's Billy Manson both having a go. They both run wide. Braden Carroll looking to advance up. He'll shove it up the inside. Won't think he'll make the move happen though. Allowing McPherson and Redhead to pull a wee bit of a gap. Cold tyre, everyone back on cold tyres. Still probably a good half of another lap to try and get full temp back into these cars. We've got a move at the back. Race 1 winner, so he still hasn't made much moves in the opening lap of this race. So he gets a spot, so Ben Gormack up at the 6th. Still quite a wee way to go through the field to get another win for the night. Scott Kinder looks like he's going to have another go up on the inside. Does he have a wee bit of a touch? Oh, he's going to run it up the inside. These two slowing each other down by having a wee bit of a battle. Go back. Billy having a look up the inside. Got a few cars running wide. Billy gets it turned in, gets the power on. Dallas Redhead losing a couple spots out of that move. 1.3 second lead. Billy Manson, Braden Carroll. This race isn't over by any stretch of the imagination. We'll see 7 minutes still left to go. About now the tyres are at their best, so we'll see who can make up some spots. As Ben Gormack, a bit of damage on the side of the car. Race 1 winner still back in 7th place. Quite a tricky place to pass, especially once it runs up to temperature. Scott Kinder, there's a Dallas Redhead in the blue Renault taking a wider line than everyone else, but Billy's caught up to McPherson. There's a couple of different lines being taken there, but you'll get squeezed on the outside. No way through for Billy to go yet. Trying to run it wide through here and get a tight line up into turn 1. Billy's still over the back of McPherson. Braden Carroll again just sitting back, obviously just waiting for something to happen. There's Dallas Redhead also having a look up on the outside of him. He'll lose a bit of ground. Billy just showing the nose over the hill. Same with Ben. He'll get it done before they go over the hill. He gets it turned in. He hasn't passed him yet. He'll make life hard for Scott Kinder on the outside there as we go back to the lead. Manson looking up the inside. As Billy's computer crashes again and he's out of the race. Braden Carroll makes advantage of the mistake done by McPherson there. Takes the lead. McPherson all over the back of Braden Carroll. Here's the battle for the lead as they go into turn one. McPherson running a wide line. Smoothing the system out the front. Just managing to hold the 0.4 of the second lead. Just far enough away that McPherson can't make any moves work. Just under 4 minutes left to go now. So McPherson will have a look up the inside, thinks better of it. Both run it wide here and get it turned back in for the run down the hill. No room through to pass through here unless you get a really good run. That's quite hard in these cars that are all pretty well the same. Dallas Redhead, third place. Looking for a good result in this race. Honda's going to run it wide and lose a bit of time. See if anyone makes a mistake into the font. Quite tight to the ripple strip. Get the run out of the corner. 3 minutes left to go in this race. Braden Carroll, fastest lap of the race that time for 41.6. Ben Gormack 41.3. Still back in 5th though, so see what he can do. Race 1 winner. Getting quite hot at this stage and you lose a bit of the turn in. Easy to run it wide and make a mistake, but in the same it's easy to make a mistake behind when you're trying to chase someone and lose that advantage. Braden Carroll now. 0.6 of a lead. You guys both run it wide through here, get it turned in. See if McPherson's got anything left. Any more moves he can make. Carroll runs it wide, he'll lose a bit of time. One lap after this, so still gets the fastest lap that time through. See what Ben can do. Yep, Ben follows through with a 41 flat. See what happens here. Braden Carroll still holding out the lead. McPherson. See how many moves he's got left. If he has a run into this next corner, Braden closes the door, but a run wide. McPherson have one more look at it. So they run up to the finish, downhill section. It's probably only one more move. Get a good run through here to try and get it up the inside. Get the car turned. Brandon's done as all as he can do. Gets it turned in. As long as he doesn't run it wide. No, gets it turned in. Race 2 winner tonight will be Braden Carroll. Nicholas McPherson will hold on and get the second place. Dallas Redhead coming back to get third. Blair Gablies, early pace setter, drops back to fourth, and race 1 winner Ben Gormack will come home in fifth position. Scott Kinder, after that battle with Ben, will come across the line for sixth position. Now we'll be heading into the Enduro. How long's the Enduro? 30 minutes. We're looking at a 45-minute Enduro. So no qualifying. Oh, as we get around already. Braden Carroll. Dylan Dalrymple. Billy Manson in second. We are looking to try and get up to the lead. Is Nicholas McPherson in third, just dropping a wheel. Losing some time there, so a mix of tier 1 and tier 2 drivers starting this race, so there might be some speed difference, but tier 1 drivers in second and third, tier 2 Dylan Dalrymple currently leading the race. Billy doing some driver coaching in the corner, showing Greg what to do. So it'll be interesting to see who comes away. Long race now, don't need to do anything silly. Damage set to 0 in this race. Oh, we got a bit of a crash in the background. Chris Blair, Jimmy Carroll also spinning it again. We go through, start this second lap. Tyres just coming up to temperature now. Dalrymple in the Audi. Billy Manson hot on his heels. He runs it defensive into the air. Oh, loses the back a bit, run it wide. Billy has a look up the inside. They'll both run wide. Dylan's going to have the ideal line, but will he fall back and just... No, he'll battle him. He'll hold it up the inside. Billy do the under and over. He does, gets a good turn in. Dylan probably just, as Billy just hits the inside ripple strip, we'll lose them time and let Dylan come back and take the lead. Nick McPherson in the Hyundai in third. So these guys kind of pulling out a bit of a lead. Tim Horn in fourth. So tier 2 driver leading the way. He's doing a good job. Another look up just to show the nose. Dylan Dalrymple. Oh, he loses a bit of time on the exit. They run side by side down the front straight. Dylan have the run in the inside through this corner, but he'll be on the outside for the following. But we'll see if... Oh, a bit of a squirm through Billy, but he'll hold it up in there. Oh, Dylan does well, holds on to the lead. Nick McPherson just hanging back. Billy has a bit of a dive. Pulls out of it. Good wee battle, preventing Billy from running away with the lead. Dylan's doing a great job. Have a look up the inside into this next tight hairpin. Billy will get it turned in. But he'll run out of room on the exit. Oh no, he's got him. Dylan just running a bit too wide. If he can make it run back at him through this next following corners. McPherson now. We're over the back of Dylan Dalrymple. Billy just see what he can do. Bit of clear track in front of him. So we'll get the fastest time in the race. Dylan running wide. Into that set of corners. McPherson over the back of him. These two battle will allow Billy to run away with it. Race 1 winner in Tier 1, Luke. Ben Cormac. Ben's having a look up the inside. Tim Horn. He'll run it down the hill. Gets it up the inside, gets past Tim Horn. Billy now, fastest lap of the race with 40.5. Board, Nick McPherson all over the back of Dylan Dalrymple. Dylan usually running in a Civic, so it'll be the first time he's probably in an Audi tonight. Might like it, might see him in it next weekend or next week. Couple of battles here as we look. Ben Gormax just getting all over the back of Tim Horn all over the back of Ben. Couple wee battles going on. Just Billy pulling out a 3.2 second lead. So we go back watching the battle for second place of Dylan Dalrymple McPherson. Dylan running it wide. Nick having a wee look up the inside. Can't get it done. Billy with another 140.4. So just putting in laps now to see how long he can run. Get a bit of a lead. Gonna have to jump out and swap back to the Tier 2 driver. So closing the gap from third to fourth, catching up on these two guys battling. Now with a 4-second lead. Dylan Dalrymple holding on to second place. Nick McPherson behind. set yourself to achieve that. Billy now into the 39s. Still 4.4 second lead. As we watch the battle for second, still Nick McPherson behind Dylan Dalrymple. On our way through. Both running wide through this corner. The rest of the field just following through there. Ben Gormack and Tim Horn in fourth and fifth, with the Carol pairing of Brendan and Jimmy back in sixth. Dylan runs it wide. They manage to get a run out of the corner. He's got the pressure. Long race when you've got pressure on the back of you like that. So the race might be decided in the second half of the race. Billy still with a 5-second lead as McPherson gets it down the inside. Will get it turned into Dylan Dalrymple, runs it into the wall, gets a bit of a scrape, no damage on this race. We'll see what Nick McPherson can do now that he has clear track in front of him. He'll try and cut into Billy's lead. Still managed to pull out a bit of a gap. Still with a 6-second lead now. The battle. Ben Gormack, Tim Horn right behind him. So Ben the Tier 1 driver and Tim the Tier 2 driver. So obviously after the round of pit stops they'll swap back over. With a 38.3, still pulling out a bit of a time. Obviously Billy's sim crashing in the first two races, not getting a result, so obviously for championship aspirations you want to do a good result, double points for this race. It's Billy with 39.4 for Nick McPherson, his fastest lap of the race. He's got someone running wide there. Dylan Dalrymple. He's got Tier 1 race winner Ben Gormack chasing him down. He's catching up to him. See Dylan doing a good job to make it hard to pass. Trying to hold off. They can do 29. So pit lane will open with 25 to 20 minutes to go. It'll be interesting to see. So now we go back on a bit of a battle now. Ben Gormack all over the back of Dylan Dalrymple. Dylan driving perfectly tonight, putting the car where he needs to. See how hard it makes Ben's job to pass him. To go on board with Ben all over the back of Dylan Dalrymple. So coming across the drag strip here, back for the back half of the lap as they run it down through here. No real passing opportunity, but obviously a lot of time to lose if you get it wrong. As you bounce it from ripple strip to ripple strip. Closes in about a car length. Dylan runs it wide. Ben will keep it shallow. Back to fourth. No real opportunity into this final corner. I want to keep it tight here and run it around the ripple strip. So hard race for Dylan as he's adding pressure all through the race. Still out in the lead. Nick McPherson second. To go in battle for third. Ben Gormack all over the back of Dylan Dalrymple. A couple of different lines run through here. Dylan a couple of car length lead. Back on board, battle for third place. Dylan just holding it up. He's doing a good job. He's taking over the laps. He's getting close to the pit window. So 24.99 is when the pit window opens. Still out in the lead, 6.4 second lead. Nick McPherson in second place. Dylan Dalrymple and the readouting in front of him. We're watching the battle here. He's in third. Ben Cormack in fourth. Tim Horn in the Renault catching up to these guys. See if he can put a third car in the mix and make it hard. Tactics are of when they pit. As the pit window will officially open now. So we'll see who does what, who stays out for an extra lap. Carroll coming into the pit lane. Mobile. Looks like he might be coming into the lane this time, so running board in his Honda as he gives it to his son, Brayden, sorry. The battle, Dylan running it defensive up the inside. First one to come into the pits. Swap over. Big Gormax has a half spin. Tim Horn right over the back of him. So we have someone miss their pit box, so they'll come back. They're losing some time. Yellow. They're trying to find their pit box. As I will leave the commentary now and I'll jump into the car.
I got pushed and then...
Yeah, back in there, I just got shit left out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I tried it, right? Did it? What, can you see how fast it's lap so far? But no, I think it might have been sub 40.
Can you turn the track back up?
Yes, 39 flat.
You changed the grip, eh? No. That's blank.
No, it's the same. Yeah.
Way faster than
This started at 90. It'll be at 100.
not very good for you.
Hey, I'm a tier 2 driver. So who's all pitted? Is everyone pitted? Well, it's saying that we didn't pit. We put 50 litres in. I had to back up and stop it. one I was been parking, two holes front view, and we were like, oh yeah, we're on. Bids on.